First of all, welcome everyone to this very important demonstration which can definitely help you for proceeding ahead and getting certified in one of the very hot technology in the market called as Salesforce. My name is Shekhar and I'm professional Salesforce trainer and associated with Simplilearn, and I'm very much honored to give some kind of important guidelines to you all on this topic related to Salesforce certification. So we are done with the introduction. It's time to proceed for the session. So first of all, we are going to see what we are actually going to plan. Here, please note that the agenda that we are going to have in today's session is this. First of all, we will see overview of Salesforce. If anyone is new, having no idea about Salesforce, he will get definitely some good understanding about Salesforce here. Next, we are going to learn importance of certified people in the market, a very important thing for anyone who is looking for a very bright career option for next 15 approximate years. How? I'll tell you about that very shortly. Next, types of certification and details in Salesforce. I'm going to tell you one very important thing, a master plan for preparation, how you can prepare in Salesforce certification which can give you guaranteed success, a very important thing for planning in a quick time, in whatever time you have in your hand, and get the results successfully. And finally, or you can say the last but one option, experience of all the past candidates previously, how they prepared, how they did. We are going to understand their planning. And you know very well, when we understand how these successful people planned, executed their preparation, it will be one of the very important thing for you to understand and get the confidence. And finally, the chance for you to get clarified with any pending questions that you have, that is Q&A. So I'm going to proceed with the first thing. Overview of Salesforce. So please note, Salesforce is now having no, Salesforce is now, there is no need of giving any kind of introduction for Salesforce because now it's one of the very, very top company in the market. The brand has made huge change in the IT world, as well as it is growing high year by year with all successful releases. But still, some small information or overview about Salesforce that will help everyone to get the idea and be on the same page if anyone is there in this session new about this Salesforce idea. First of all, Salesforce started all the journey as a CRM tool in the market where the focus was giving the solutions in CRM domain. CRM means customer relationship management. But you know very well that before 10-15 years, like when Google started, it was just a small garage, a small company settled in the garage with only one focus, that giving a easy search facility to the internet user. But now Google is everywhere. It's in mobile, you have the operating system, you have the browser, you have the car, you have the glasses, you have social networking site. Plenty of things are there. Google is now almost everywhere. Same case with Salesforce. Salesforce started with CRM tool, only one goal, that is to provide CRM solutions. But now Salesforce is everywhere. It's in marketing, it's in shipping, it's in finance, it's in healthcare, it's in sales, it's in hospitality, it's in education, it's in you can say hospital domains, healthcare domains. Salesforce is growing like anything. Now that's the reason now Salesforce will be in upcoming years considered to be synonym for business applications. That's the main reason why people are changing their career and coming to Salesforce, because they know that there will be plenty of opportunities here onwards, because Salesforce is growing. If Salesforce is everywhere, we get huge possibility of getting job and demand in the market. The domain where it's used, just we have seen, now it's going high and also limitless in terms of domain. Initially only one domain, CRM, but now it's almost everywhere. In future, we are going to see in Salesforce spreading in wearable devices, Internet of Things, various mobile applications, various uncovered business domains, and this way Salesforce will be one of the very important element in the market. That is the reason many big companies are putting lots of money in Salesforce, because they know that this is a very key player and the market changer. There are plenty of big brands now using Salesforce. They are trusting Salesforce, and they are now they have understood that if they go with Salesforce progress, they are indirectly going to get the benefit in their business model, and that's the reason they are using Salesforce heavily. For example, Google, for example, Facebook, for example, eBay, for example, GE, for example, Philips, for example, Coca-Cola. Plenty of big brands relying on Salesforce. So this is something about introduction to Salesforce, or what Salesforce is in the market. Now we'll understand something very interesting, which will be very much useful for you, because ultimately you guys are here and you guys are having plan to build a bright career in the IT domain. Importance of certified people in the market. Now this is a very interesting point. See, many people realize or they are aware of only 50% of the truth, and they are not clear with the remaining other side of the coin, that is the 50% remaining fact. They don't know, or they don't realize that just learning Salesforce is not going to give any kind of solution in terms of the job placements or possibility. The main thing is if you are certified or not. So they focus only on this, and ultimately they don't realize that why they are not getting the success or so much demand the way they heard somewhere or they knew by some other sources. So the other side of the coin is, if you are certified, then only you will get this 100% benefit. But the question is, why certified people are important in the market? Let me tell you something about that. First of all, when any market is hot, when we have so much demand for any product in the market, ultimately we know very well that there will be hundreds of candidates coming towards that domain. Now Salesforce is so much successful that all new people are planning to come towards Salesforce. They are planning to come and have a career on Salesforce, and this way now we have so many people in the market who knows Salesforce, or they are looking for Salesforce as a career option. When we have thousands of people, please note the competition will be also very high, and that is the reason we need to understand now how can we bypass this competition. Please note, it's a very important point for you to understand how to bypass this competition, because ultimately you want to secure those kind of opportunities which can change your career. Okay, so let's try to understand something about that. When we have thousands of candidates for any single position, please note how actually the market works, or resume filtering process work, which is very important for you. Whenever in the market any position is open and they are looking for any kind of candidates with Salesforce experience, first thing that they will see is whether the person is certified or not, because that is the first and important criteria that they follow. If you are certified, then they will proceed with that. If you are not certified, then they will not consider all those resumes which are of non-certified candidates. So that is the first criteria. If you are certified, chances of selection is more for the interview call. I have seen plenty of companies, because I have worked with various HR people as well as the recruitment firms to understand how they plan. Please note, always remember one important thing. The policy they follow is, if any person is not certified, please note, they simply avoid those resumes and they don't entertain that resume, and this way you will not even understand why I'm not getting any kind of interview calls. That is a very important point you should understand. That is the reason we always focus, or we always emphasis on getting certification, and that's the reason we need to understand this important factor. Okay, now not only this resume preparation goes for this kind of certification priority, but also clients have some specific requirement. For example, I have seen plenty of clients who actually use the formula, or you can say one important concept. They say to the vendor, tell me how many certified people you have. Not only tell me how many certified people you have, but also send me their certification soft copy. And guys, please note, this is the reason now companies are very serious to select only that person who is certified, because ultimately client is not going to give you project if the people are not certified. Again, another important thing. So now you might have understood that if you are well knowledgeable on Salesforce, you have done so many training, you have learned so many aspects, but if you are not certified, then one drawback, you are not going to be filtered in a resume selection process, so companies will not call you. Second, the companies will not select you either, because ultimately clients will reject you. So that is the reason those people who are certified, they get double benefit and they get maximum calls as compared to not certified people. Next, now this is very important for us, salary estimation. Ultimately, we always focus to have a very strong salary or good salary as compared to the market system. Here, please note, if you are a certified person and you don't want to change the company, you want to continue with your same company, still here you are going to get good increment or hike if you present yourself as a certified Salesforce people. So many examples I have seen where the candidate is not interested to change the company. He wants to continue, but he is expecting some kind of consideration in the annual increment process. You know that generally people have in the month of April or in the month of January the annual increment process, and they can demand specific hike or expect some kind of hike by their managers. So here we can simply expect and add any kind of information. We can expect any kind of valuation, or you can say go for this process. If you are certified, you can expect and present yourself and tell what kind of progress you have made in terms of Salesforce process, and finally you can get the needed hike as well. On the other side, if you are changing the company, then if you are certified, you can present yourself with this knowledge that you have with the help of certifications and also demand good hike or salary. So there are multiple dimensions by which a certified person gets benefit, and these are all the important things of certified people, and that's the reason certified people are highly appreciated in the IT world. Now, after understanding the importance or multiple benefits of a certified person in the market, let's see, if we have a plan to get certified, what kind of ways, what kind of options we have in the market. This is next slide. types of certification and details. A very important thing, because when you know your path well, then you can have a successful journey. Please note, there is long list of certification categories in Salesforce. Ultimately, our focus should be what is in demand. There are more than 10 types of certifications which you can do in Salesforce. But our focus should be what market needs. And that is the reason I have mentioned here all those important certifications that you can focus. And then I have written so on, because remaining certifications, even if you bypass as of now, at the beginning of your career, absolutely fine. Only focus on these names which I'm mentioning, and you can expect some kind of good, you can say, growth in your career. Remaining things, these are optional. If you do laterwards, that's also no problem. Now, let's see one by one the types of certifications that we have. The most important, the beginning level certification, which is called as Administrator or 201. The number, it's having a very popular number, 201, or you can also say Salesforce Administrator. This is the step first, or you can say the primary level certification, which will be expected by any person who is just starting their career in Salesforce, or who wants to have a strong idea about fundamentals of Salesforce. So many people who want to start their career, they should go for administrator. Here you will get complete idea about Salesforce ecosystem, how it works, structure, models, all the fundamental things which can be a strong pillar for your Salesforce career. Now, here we have plenty of people already. In the market, you will see there are so many people having this certification. And when we want to stand something different, or we want to present something special as compared to them, so many people now go for some other certifications after this. Next, more popular one is App Builder, because it is very new. It is a latest certification. So many people go for that. What it contains? App Builder is more focused on covering the latest features that Salesforce is giving to you. For example, working on apps, mobile, lightning, the automation, process builder, flows, etc. So ultimately, you will be having advanced and latest knowledge in Salesforce domain. So that is the reason many people perform this certification, and then they go and go for this certification. The person having combination of these two certifications definitely get good demand in the market, because this being a new exam, it came recently, and so that is the reason many few people are there in the market who are certified in App Builder, and that's the reason person certified with App Builder gets good chance of placement. Suppose you have done with these both and you want to increase your knowledge more, or you want to present yourself as a more knowledgeable person, then you can definitely go for a platform developer or this consultant stream. But the question is whether we should go for both or any one. I would say only one as of now, because if you are a person having no interest in programming, you don't want to involve in a programmatical approach or coding and all these things, then please note this is not for you. Then what you can do, go for this, and if you want to do specialization in terms of sales business or service business, then you can go for that. Suppose you are very much interested in doing programming as well, then complete this, and then go for this, which will test your skills of programming. But if you see, or if you observe, no matter whatever branch you are going to select, the foundation is 201 and App Builder. And that is the reason in Simplilearn's standard Salesforce syllabus that we have, our focus is making candidates certified on Administrator and App Builder. Now, there is one very interesting confusion I have seen in the market. See, before few months, there was a concept 201 certified people, 401 certified people. But recently, Salesforce made some change in the exam pattern, which made huge blunder, or you can say brought some kind of big confusion in thousands of people I have seen. Whenever I see some kind of question or any kind of article or any kind of blog, there are so many people who are confused and asking the questions related to the recent change which Salesforce made. Today, you are going to get a good clarity on that, so you will be completely clear what this change is. Salesforce was having 201-401 format. Now, in this format, you are actually having the same format of current 201. Previously, it was same. But after that, to test your advanced knowledge without any programming, we used to have 401. Salesforce now cancelled this exam. Instead of that, we have a very similar exam which is called as App Builder. So anyone who heard something about 201 as a first step, then 401 as a second ladder, please note, instead of 401, now you can simply go for App Builder. So it will be a similar scenario. Okay, so please note, now there is nothing like 401 in the market, there is App Builder. Okay, so this is a very important point you should be knowing. Now let me go for next slide, which will be helping you to understand how you need to prepare for this examination. A very important slide, because ultimately you are going to get a good knowledge out of this, and you can now start preparing for your the examination. Now please note, first of all, there are various master plans which actually you can say which you can find on internet, which says that guaranteed success plan of Salesforce certification, or the very important steps you need to follow for preparing, and plenty of questions. Believe me, I have seen many such people who have tried this scenario, but ultimately I have seen they are getting no such success. The reason is these things doesn't work. Let me tell you example of one of my colleague. Please note, he was having good experience in Salesforce, almost I can say 2-3 years. Then he tried to go for an examination of Salesforce. He thought that some kind of resources which he got on the internet will be easy for him. Ultimately he failed. And when I tried to understand what was the matter, please note that the information what he got on the internet, some kind of questions he got on the internet, all were completely not correct, and ultimately he got failure. He lost his $200 and also demotivated because of that failure. And please note, that thing you should always avoid, because all the suggestions which you see on internet, not sure they should work. Today we are going to understand all those important steps which are tested, proven, and 100% success guarantee is going to give you. 100% success guarantee. Let's talk about that. First of all, the common mistake which people do, they directly jump on some kind of sample questions or any easy resource by which they can get the benefit, or shortcut. Please note, there is no such shortcut. If you try to go for that shortcut, definitely there is big risk of getting failed. Please note, some standard steps are there. If you follow that and then you try to go for those kind of sample questions and all, then we can understand that. But when people directly go for those sample questions and follow the wrong path, they simply see the failure. Okay, so now we are going to see all those important steps, all those important things that you need to follow. Let's see one by one. Point number one, there are specific Salesforce documentation. If you go to the Salesforce website and you go for any kind of certification information, then please note there are some specific exam guide which give you complete information what is the syllabus. Many people bypass that very important point and start preparing. Please note, when you don't know what is the preparation point, how you need to prepare, then your preparation will be completely misguided. So first understand what Salesforce says to you. Understand the complete syllabus. Then you need to go for next step. Now we are very much clear about Salesforce expectations or the content of syllabus. Now second question which will come in your mind, this syllabus looks very big. There are so many points, and yes guys, of course there are so many points, so many you can say topics per exam, and you will not understand how should I proceed, because one single topic may take 5, 10 or sometimes 15 days for you to get the good clarity. And that is the reason from that ocean of syllabus you should get the gist and understand what all those points are there where you need to focus. If you do this, believe me, within 15 to 20 days, sometimes in even 10 days, you can very well prepare the examination. That important aspect you should understand, that a trainer or an experienced person can tell you where you should focus out of all this ocean of syllabus. Next, once you are ready to proceed, understand how much time frame you have. I have seen many people that they don't make a plan. They say, okay, I have 20 days to plan. My manager is saying I have 20 days to plan, and they simply go for the preparation. They spend 5, 10 days, and ultimately when they have just 4 or 5 days in hand, they realize they have literally lost so much time, and then finally they get the failure. Please note, we need to prepare topic by topic plan, and that is one of the success factor here. If you have 20 days in your hand, divide all those topics which you see in 20 different days, and then prepare every topic day by day. Ultimately, keep 1 or 2 days of buffer time for preparation. Believe me, this approach helped plenty of people who were completely new to Salesforce, had a few days in hand, but ultimately they found success in the certification. Next, now another very common mistake people do. They read so many notes, so many questions, plenty of resources, and when they go for the examination, because they think if the examination is objective type, there is nothing to write, nothing to do, only select the option out of 4 options, 1 correct option is there or 2 correct option, click it, done. Then they think, or they have misconception, that it doesn't need to do any kind of activity, just read the books, read the notes, read the sample questions and go for the examination. No, that will not work, because if you are having good hands-on idea of any particular topic, then only you will be at the position to give the answer. Please note, this is a very important factor. You will realize once you will be in the middle of the exam, not getting anything, not able to answer anything, and then realizing, oh, I did a very big mistake by not doing hands-on. So guys, please don't do this mistake. Try to go for maximum hands-on. Next, after doing this all activity, your success also relies how much clear you are in terms of the business perspective. What is the meaning of that? For example, let me give you a simple example. There is one very popular topic in Salesforce called as workflow rules. It's a very popular topic. I believe many people from this session already know this topic, or they are having the idea workflow rules. Now just understanding workflow rule or writing or reading 2-4 pages of workflow rule going for exam is not enough. If you understood the business scenario, when to use workflow rule, when not to use workflow rule, then only you will be able to understand the scenario based question. Please note guys, out of all those 60 questions in Salesforce exam you have, almost 70 to 80% questions are scenario based. Those people who believe that reading, remembering and going for the exam is the success rule, please note, for them it's a very big trap. Because if you don't understand the concept, you don't understand business aspect, you will not be able to give this 70 to 80% questions, because Salesforce exams are scenario based more and less in terms of straightforward answer. And that is the reason always focus on understanding business perspective as well. Another important point for getting success. And finally, some do's and don'ts. This you will get the idea by any experienced person or the person having a very good idea how Salesforce exams to be delivered successfully. For example, we know very well that in Salesforce examination we have simple format. We have one question and we have one option, two option, three option, four option, and we need to select something from this as a correct answer. That everyone knows. But there are some important tricks that you need to follow that I'm going to tell you right now. See, one important trick here is, when you are not clear on the answer of any particular question, there is one very proven and tested trick. Go with the negative approach. What is the meaning of that? Whenever any question is there and you completely are blank, you don't know that what is the answer, then instead of leaving the hopes, try to implement this trick. It worked plenty of time to my previous students. First of all, try to go with the negative approach. You don't know the answer? Okay. Try to identify those options which could not be answered definitely. That is, go with the negative approach. So out of these 4 options, note those options which will be definitely not the answer. So right now, what is the probability? You have 4 questions. That is, probability of passing is 25%. 100 divided by 4 means 25%. So 25% is the probability that you are going to give the correct answer. But if I go with this approach, for example, if I realize that question number 1 and question number 2, they are not definitely the answer. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this from my list. Now you are very much sure that answer will be from option 3rd or 4th. What is the probability of getting pass? The probability is 50%. This is a very useful trick. Now believe me, your probability of getting passed is more, and definitely if you think clearly or you try to get the answer by thinking or reading the question again, or by thinking again by different angles, the chances of passing gets more. And all those questions which you are going to leave assuming that I cannot give the answer, now you get the 50% more success as compared to that. A very useful trick, very proven trick. Such kind of do's or don'ts are there, which also you need to focus by getting the idea from a person who is very much clear with the perspective of this exam pattern. One idea I told you, I am going to tell you one more idea which you can take benefit of. Please note, another do's and don'ts which will definitely help you is never waste your time if you are not clear on that question. I have seen some common mistakes people are doing. Suppose there is a question, that is question number 30, and you realize that I'm not able to answer this question, immediately bypass this question and go for 31. This looks a very small process, but believe me, this is going to help you a lot. Why? Because what is our common tendency? I'm not getting this question 30. You will feel tensed. Now you will feel again one more time, okay, let me do one thing, let me read again. Okay, not getting, let me do one thing, let me try the options. Let me read the question again. And this way, you will waste your 3 to 4 minutes on the single question, ultimately going for wrong answers. Instead of that, bypass this question and go non-stop giving all those answers where you are confident and reach the number 60. Then there is one important benefit for you, or a very useful entity for you, or you can say facility for you, which many people don't know, and they do the mistake and finally they realize, oh, I wasted my so much time. I'm telling you right now here, before you go for exam, understanding this technique is very useful for you. This will definitely save your 10 to 20% of time in your exam. You'll get additional time by that. What is that? Please note, at the end of the 60 question, there will be one new page which will tell you all those questions which you have left, you have not answered. And finally, you can again come back to those questions which you have not answered. One by one, question by question, you can give the answer to those questions. Ultimately, your time will be saved because your time will be invested in those questions where you are very much sure. This thing people don't realize, and after spending so much time, after wasting so much time, and when the question exam will be finished, when they reach 60th question, then they will see on the screen that important information and they will say, oh, I wasted my time because I didn't know that there is something like this after 60th question where I can even easily see all those questions I left and I can directly jump to that question to solve that. So guys, these are some important do's and don'ts which will definitely help you in your exam and make more chances for you to get passed. Now, it says that experience is the best thing to learn or come to some kind of conclusion. I'm going to tell you some kind of experiences of my previous students who shared some kind of information about their preparation method or what best thing they have found which helped them for the examination. These all points are going to help you, which can be also the driving factor for your success. Please note, these are all students who learn by this platform of Simplilearn. They said that the content or the learning content which we provide at Simplilearn, which is provided in their LMS, we have a separate section for each and every student where we have some learning contents which gave them so much benefit that they have found almost 70 to 80% questions coming out of that content. If they have read thoroughly, they can very easily cover 70 to 80% question. Next, all those real-time scenarios which you get or you see confusing in the examination, it's because you're not having the practice on understanding or solving real-time scenarios. Here at Simplilearn's learning agenda, we regularly have or go through real-time examples topic by topic or scenarios topic by topic. Students automatically get the advantage and practice that how to solve these real-time scenarios or issues. This advantage they get in the examination. Next, as I said already that there are so many mock questions or exams you will see on internet. Please note, many answers are there which are misleading. You are going to get so many wrong answers there. And this way, if you rely on them, please note, chances of getting fail is high. and that is the reason we have provided some very good previously seen as well as verified answered content questions as a mock test available for all students. So in the LMS only you will see some kind of mock test which has been verified, tested, and also some questions from them, they are going to be key questions in the examination as well. So these mock tests help various students. Hands-on. Here at Simplilearn, whatever course we have, the focus is always on hands-on. Each and every topic, whatever possible we have to show or represent or teach by hands-on, we definitely do that. And this way, students are very much clear because they do also assignments on that. Finally, students are regularly in touch of experts who guide them for preparation of certification. They convey the do's and don'ts, all those mistakes which people do possibly in the examination, and this way this all factors help all my previous students ultimately getting 100% success. Please note, from my last 5 years when I started focusing on exam preparation or certification preparation for Salesforce exams, not a single student ever failed till today. From last five years, the success rate has been 100% always, because the candidates who follow this path ultimately gets the benefit. So these are all important points which you guys can definitely take the benefit of, and finally secure your success and get certified on multiple certifications and have a very strong resume to get a very good job in the market. Now it's your turn. You all have good opportunity now to ask me questions. Any doubts you have related to examination, preparation, process, please take this advantage, because I'm very much interested to help you guys for having a good career path ahead. Everyone please proceed. Yeah, sure, man. First point which I said in terms of do's and don'ts, I said that always go for next question whenever you think that the current question which is not clear to you or you are not able to answer the question. For example, you in the exam you are at question number 10. You think you are not able to answer this. Immediately skip that question and go to next question. This way you need to finish all 60 questions, then you will see a screen which will tell you all those questions which you never attempted. Come back again and give the answers. Okay, this was the important point. And second one, I said go with the negative approach. If you think you are not able to identify the correct answer, okay, then first remove all those options which you think they are definitely not the answers, and then your probability of getting passed will be more. These two things help my plenty of previous batch students, and they got more probability of passing. I hope, man, you are very much clear with this point. Okay, Manpreet, I hope you are very much clear. Let me see next question. Okay, please type your question here in the chat box, so definitely I can answer you. So there is a chat box which you can proceed with. Yeah, sure. Now there is a question. Let me go for that, about the exam structure and number of questions and passing percentage. Now see, I will go with this very popular two exam patterns that we have, that is 201 in the agenda of Simplilearn, 201 and 401. That is what is a new name, App Builder. Okay, so now let me tell you something about that. First of all, 201, that is Salesforce Admin. Salesforce Admin is having the number of questions that will be 60, passing percentage 65. That is, you should solve 65% of questions and those should be correct. The time is 90 minutes. Second is the App Builder, 60 questions, passing score 63%, time 90 minutes. I hope you got the answer of the question to understand exam structure and number of questions, passing percentage and time provided. Let me go for next question. Now there is a question by Ashwin. I hope you got the answer. Okay, so please let me know if you are clear. Next is by Saujanya. Let me see. Yeah, sure, Saujanya. The technical team or the concern team will definitely do the needful. Okay, so please note, Debbie, that Debbie is asking about the hands-on question. Please note that here each and every person will be provided a separate org, and when the assignment will be done in the class, or you can say the practical will be done in the class, you will be getting the questions for, or you can say assignments for doing after the class, and the trainer will evaluate by various different ways whether you're going right or wrong, and this way he will guide you. So this way we go for multiple level of approach ultimately to ensure that candidate is getting hands-on knowledge on all those topics which are necessary for exam. Debbie, I hope you got the answer. Shefali is asking that she is planning to go for admin 201 by end of August and app builder in September. Okay, so Shefali, if we focus on the first hurdle, that is 201, you have 1 month. Please note, start reading. There are approximately, if you divide roughly, there are 20 topics approximately in 201, big topics. Try to complete one topic every day, and this way try to finish everything in 20 days. Remaining 10 days you can go for, if you are already enrolled in Simplilearn, then remaining 10 days you can go for some mock questions, mock exams, as well as scenarios mentioned in your LMS. Definitely you will get the guarantee, or you will get the confidence of getting passed. Same approach for app builder, 1 month enough for you. I hope you got the answer, Shefali. Next is OK is asking, where can I find more scenario based question? Okay, so please note that in LMS after every topic we have scenario based questions. These are very special questions which will give you good idea about various scenario based concept, so you can get there. Next is Saujanya is asking, do we need to learn lightning experience in exam? Actually, if you see the app builder, because in 201 not needed, in app builder there is slight information about the lightning experience, which will be, let's say, hardly 2 question or 3 question. So don't need to go into the more details of lightning experience, just to understand process builder, something related to the app, something related to the app builder. Okay, this is enough. So not needed to go for complete lightning experience. Okay, so Saujanya, this way you can invest your time in the needed things. I hope you are clear. Next is by Ashwin. Let me read the question, guys, and then I will answer. There's a breakup of admin, app builder, exam topics, and the weightage. Is there a breakup of admin and app builder regarding the topics and the weightage of each topic in the sales SFDC? Yes, Ashwin. So if you go to the website of Salesforce, certification.salesforce.com, you will get one PDF which will be syllabus of admin and app builder, which will tell you all the topics which will be in that exam. Okay, so please try with that. Let me see next question. So just give 1 minute. Let me just give that link to you, so where you can understand the topics that will be coming for the admin and developer examination. Just give 1 second. So one is for admin and another is for app builder. So guys, the material or the document which can help you for getting the information about the administration. Okay, so you can go for this one for administration, and for app builder you can go for this study guide. So this is for app builder study guide, you can take the benefit of, and for administrator you have this study guide. Please note, study guide is mostly not so easy to understand because there are plenty of things which will be confusing for you, but here at Simplilearn we make the things very much clear and explain each and everything for the candidate so that they can get the actual clarity and how to prepare the things. Okay, so I hope you are clear now. Going for next question, there are plenty of questions, so let me answer one by one quickly because we are running out of the time. App builder means developer 401. Yes, Sojana, you can say so. Yes, you can say so. Next question. I recently took the test and there okay. So okay, please note that we are talking about which exam. Okay, we are talking about which exam. Can you please tell me? You are talking about which exam? Next is in the certification exam. Okay, there is a question by Derek. In the certification exam, do we need to perform any kind of hands-on in the exam? Okay, so Derek, please note, it's completely objective based, no hands-on, just selecting one answer or two answers out of multiple options. Next is admin exam you're giving on 14th August. Okay, Jamin, so good luck for that and please prepare well for that as per the taking guidance and benefit of this information that I shared today. Next is yeah, so Shefali, I think you're already enrolled into the Simplilearn's learning, so the reference material you will be getting in terms of the syllabus in the LMS. Okay, next by Donna, let me see that. Yes, Donna, you are very much correct. In the app builder, you will have some kind of topics like mobile, process builder, workflow, which will be there because it's covering some kind of automation and advanced topics as compared to 201. You are very much correct. Next question by Jaimin. Okay, Jaimin is informing about exam date. So Saujanya, you might be having the account at Simplilearn by that is called as LMS account. There we have some mock questions. They are very much useful. Next question. Thank you. Good to know that Ashwin that you are clarified and welcome. Okay, no problem, Donna. And okay, so okay, you are given the 201 examination. You are given 201 examination. Okay, when you give the exam, can you please tell me? Yeah. So please note, yes, the recent change has been done into that. Yes, that's correct. Because if you have given the exam recently, then you will see there the modified version. Okay. So guys, please note, if you are giving the exam recently, or if you are going to give the exam recently, then you'll see 5 more questions coming. The passing percentage 65 is same. Okay. But now here you will find more 5 questions into that as compared to any previous scenarios which you might have seen. Okay, please note, for now admin you will be facing 5 additional questions in the new pattern. Okay, but the timing or the passing percentage, if you see in that, it's same. And please note, when you go for the app builder, when you are planning for app builder examination, now please note, in that app builder examination, the total number of questions that you are going to have in the app builder examination, please note, again we need to understand one more important thing. For the app builder examination, the total number of questions that will be same, 60, and the passing percentage will be 63. So very small change has been done in the admin of 5 questions. Okay, so this is not so important thing for anyone who is already done with admin. Anyone planning for admin, just understand, small change, 5 additional questions. So you need to be slight more fast. I hope you are clear now, okay, with the point and the new number of exams, questions, which is only in admin. So Jaimin, if you are getting almost 70% in the mock questions, then please note, you can assume that you are very much close to 50 to 55% in the main examination maximum, okay, because there are plenty of new things which will coming in the examinations, but I will say 50 to 55% secure from your side. Let me see new questions. There is a question by Saujanya. Do we need to prepare for intermediate admin trial too for the exam? If you do that, Saujanya, that's well and good. That will give you advantage. There is one more good question by Ashwin which will definitely help other people. He is asking, do we get the result as soon as we finish the exam? Yes, Ashwin, immediately within few seconds it will tell you pass or fail, but it will never tell you how much percentage. It will never tell you what wrong answers you gave. Okay, so I hope you are clear. Next, one more question by Ashwin. Any written part in the exam or is it all objective? Okay, one more good question. Completely objective, nothing to write, okay? Nothing to write, nothing to implement, no hands-on, just click on the correct option. Okay, there is one more question by okay, let me see. Now, there is a question by okay that suppose someone, that's also going to be very helpful for other people. Please listen guys what he asked, it's a good question. He is saying suppose we performed or prepared very well by the mock questions where the passing chances will be 50 to 50%. How to cover the remaining gap? The remaining gap you need to cover by reading the thorough LMS, reading the thorough scenarios and performing the hands-on. That way you can fill the gap. I hope okay you are clear with that, and that's a good question you have asked. People got more clarity by that. Welcome. Okay, so guys, we have extended our time by 4 minutes, and I hope guys each and every person got some good clarity and good understanding about this plan of this examination that you are going to have, and I wish a very good luck, best of luck for everyone for all future plans that you are going to have. I believe that my today's session gave you some good idea and plan which ready in your mind by which you will definitely get passed. So my name is Shekhar. I am a trainer, one of the trainer here at Simplilearn. Let's meet somewhere in future. If you're going to join any batch, I will be there to help you and give you more in detail guidance if you came across at any point of time. That's all from this demonstration. Thank you for your time and patience. We are done with that. Thank you.